Welcome back to the Streamlined CEO Podcast. If you're new around here, I'm your host, Karalee, an operations specialist for online coaches and service providers. And today's episode is all about the impact business retreats have had on me over the last few years. And not all business retreats are the same. I know. This is simply an account of what I've experienced. And of course, I'd love to hear from you too. You can send me a text or a DM, whatever you prefer. Let's chat. You can find that in the show notes. All right, let's dive into today's fun. All right. Let's define what a business retreat can entail because we need to have a foundation, right? I'm an operations specialist. I have to build the foundation first. So business retreats can technically be virtual or in person. Today, I'm focusing on the in-person ones. A retreat is where business owners get together to learn, implement, and get guidance on their business from a fellow business owner or mentor. Okay, obviously that's in person we're talking about today. It includes connection, fun, and probably some overwhelm, but also lots of clarity on next steps. All right. So we're going to be real though. There's some overwhelm, but there's also, awareness and, a plan of action that comes out of these as well. So my favorite parts about these business retreats are connecting with other business owners. Now, I'm an introvert, so this is hard for me, but I love the deep conversations that I get to have, right? I really love digging deep into businesses and their experiences and really getting to know them as a person and their business and just really connecting on that deeper level where you can build that know, like, trust factor even faster. So, if you're like me in that respect, you really love those deep in-person connections, retreats are seriously one of my favorite parts of the year because of this, right? My goal is to actually attend 2 retreats a year because I gain so much clarity, motivation, and a desire to continue being a business owner. If you've been a business owner, even for just a hot second, you know it can sometimes be really hard to be your own boss, set your own deadlines, create your own systems, and all the things, right? Retreats help me recenter. And so having these every 6 months roughly helps me continue moving on in my business. Okay. So here are some of the actual experiences that I had on past business retreats. So some of my favorite moments on a retreat was mimosas and brunch as a break, like the break the ice sort of thing. But it was so chill and just it was fun. And that's not normally my kind of scene. So I was really surprised with how much I liked it. So that was one that I would totally want to incorporate into my own retreat if I ever did one. And yeah, there'll be more info on that one later. But on some retreats, we also stay in the same house. Some we don't. But I've always loved when we do stay in the same house and there's a pool or something. I love sitting by the pool late at night, just talking, having those deep conversations. Because one thing that you guys might not know about me, listeners, you might not know this, is that I am a night owl. I love to stay up late. That's when I am the most alive and free and love to have deep conversations. And so usually there is someone else that is on the retreat that also loves, they're also night owls and love those deep conversations. And we get to connect even more. And if we get to enjoy a hot tub or a pool, even better. So what I walk away with every single time during a retreat though, because this is really important, right? You want to know what you're going to get from it. And obviously whatever your retreat you're attending, make sure you do know what you want to get from it. But also I'm going to also say this, I walk into every retreat going with no expectations, right? Other than I'm going to work on my business, right? But I'm going to be open to what I need to receive. And that has been super beneficial for me. So these are also some other things that I walk away with every single time. New connections, right? I'm connecting with people. These might be people I already know or know of. These might be completely new people. Whatever it is, we're connecting on a deeper level. So I walk away with new connections. And as if you know that, connections can come with referrals. They can come with someone to ask their opinion on, all the things, right? Same with this, new leads, right? Maybe someone you talk to, they are your ideal client. Now you have a new lead potentially. And it might be vice versa. They might have you as a new lead. You might find someone that actually helps you be able to, get to those goals that you have set for yourself faster, right? So new connections and new leads. All right. Another thing that I always walk away with is clarity on next steps. Every single time I have a plan when I get home and I've already started taking action on while at the retreat usually, and I know exactly what I need to do next. So a clarity on next steps. Another thing is a renewed desire to keep being a business owner, right? Sometimes things are hard, and being able to connect with other people that either understand you or they're doing the same thing. They're building this business and it's hard, right? So a renewed desire to actually continue building a business is what I always walk away with. And that normally lasts for, it's for a while, right? It helps me get through, right? And the last thing, which I think is even more powerful than the rest of them, is inspiration, right? I have all of these ideas and things that are in my head and a plan of action and all of this. Now I'm inspired to actually continue moving. And that can be super powerful inspiration. So during retreats, it's time to focus on you. Okay, you as a person, your business, and its next steps, right? We take into account all of these things, right? What your goals are for your personal and professional lives, right? So you're not worried about your kids, you're not worried about the dishes, you're not, or anything else from your day to day, right? You're in this bubble, as one of my mentors used to say. You're in this bubble, and so you aren't worried about all these outside things that would normally distract you or pull your focus, right? So it's much needed time away from the crazy of your day to day routine. That is what retreats do. Like during those retreats, right? You're not focused in on the things like you normally would be if you were at home or at your office or wherever you do your work, right? So that's some things that I have gotten from retreats, and I probably did not capitalize on all the things. I just wanted to make it like a short, simple, like these are some of the things that you can get from attending in-person retreats or even virtual retreats, but definitely in-person retreats, right? So I'd love to hear from you though, because I haven't attended all of the retreats that I could possibly attend, right? I only go on 2 a year. There's far more out there that I could attend. So if you've attended a retreat, right, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what either you have gotten from it. I want to hear what you loved about it. I want to have a conversation, right? Kind of have those deep conversations, but it's going to be focused on retreats in the beginning, right? So I want to, you can shoot me a text, and my number is below in the show notes, telling me the must-haves at a retreat or something you really enjoyed, right? I want to see this. Like for me, I'm like, oh, we need to have brunch with mimosas. Like that is a must-have for me. That's what I want to have. When I have my retreats, I'm totally going to adopt that thing because it felt so chill and good, right? So that is something that I'm going to implement, and I'm even going to share with others, like I just shared with you, right? Brunch and mimosas and just chill talking. Like it's a working brunch. All right. It was a lot of fun. So one more thing though. All right. I want to say before you get excited about finding retreats to attend or maybe even planning your own, right? Surprise. I might have one coming up, but if you want a spot in it, you have to ensure you contact me for more details. All right. We haven't put it all into effect yet, but it is on the docket because I'm attending 2 retreats, but I also want to put on a retreat for you, and you guys can come and we can have fun together and really focus on you and your business and get your next steps figured out. Right. So you have to contact me for more details. All right. So preparing before I end this, because I just told you all the fun things about a retreat, but like, how do you even prepare to go on a retreat? I'm just going to give you a quick overcap. We're not digging deep into this, but if you want me to dig deep, like totally let me know. But preparing your business for attending a retreat takes some time before you go to the retreat and before you can just 100% focus on what is happening at the retreat, right? You have to be prepared before you go, during, after. There's lots of things. But if you have a team or someone that supports you, this is a little easier. I've done it both ways where it's 100% me, and I've had it where I've had a team. So you can do it both ways. I've done it. You can do it. It's all good. But you can, like I said, you can do it either way. So you just have to be strategic, right? You have to have systems in place. Yes. You have to plan ahead. Yes. And you have to use automation. All right. We need to use the resources and tools that are available to us in today's society to be able to keep moving and be able to take time for ourselves and work on our business. Okay. So here's just a quick four things that I would tell you to do as a quick review before preparing or while we're preparing. Oh my goodness. Here are 4 things as a quick review of preparing for a retreat. Okay. Inform the team that you'll have limited communication, but you'll still be there. It just won't necessarily be like you normally communicate if you communicate a lot with your team, right? Inform your team what is expected of them while you're focusing on your business in another way, right? Have all of the content, emails, etc., whatever you usually do each week, pre-made and scheduled using scheduling tools and automation, whatever that looks like for you. Have all those things prepared. And then block out the necessary time on your calendar to ensure that you can accommodate all of these things. I'm talking before the retreat, right? I normally have like a 30-minute window during the retreat each day where I can like, okay, what do I need to do? Who do I need to check in on? What do I need to make sure is good to go? And that's it. 30 minutes at most a day, right? Normally. And then afterward, are you blocking out a day, a week, whatever? Does at least block out a day after you get back from this retreat. You don't understand. Like you're going to need to decompress. You're going to need to make sure that you have all these plans in place to make sure that you can take those next steps. So when it comes down to having a plan and systems in place, it allows you to take time for yourself. Okay. I'm talking like a vacation even, or time to dig deep into your own business, like with a retreat, right? So this is where me as an operations specialist, I'm able to come into your business. We're able to identify what is going on in your business, right? All the behind the scenes. It seriously lights me up. It's my favorite part. I get to see all the things. And when I see all the things, I get to create a plan and I get to go, okay, I haven't found something that I haven't been able to strategize a plan out for yet. So feel free to, I accept the challenge. If you're like, there's no way, I accept the challenge. And we're going to literally we can plan things out, make a plan of action so that you can get these systems and processes in place in your business so that that mental load isn't quite as heavy, right? Your capacity can be expanded and we can get you feeling better about everything in your business. It helps your personal life as well. And then maybe even you can go on one of those retreats or take that vacation. You take time off, even just take a day off and not have to worry about things falling apart, right? And that is what's really key. So here I'm going to end with this is I can't wait to hear from you, and I'll see you next week.